Hello my friends, and welcome to my kitchen. It is Monday, January the 16th, and yeah, it's Monday, January the 16th already. If you're on, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. I am streaming this again to my VIP page as well as to my YouTube channel, so if you see me looking in a different direction, that's what's happening. So what are we doing tonight? We are going to make egg bites. So it seems to be in the last couple of years that dietary breakfasts have become something that with the keto craze, I guess it was, these egg bites became very popular and very familiar. So Starbucks has them. I think they're called Vita egg bites at Starbucks. And then Tim Hortons has had them. Different places have come out with these egg bites because they are high protein and they're a great on the go, on the road to school, on the go train, in the car. They're a great breakfast on the go. So we're going to make egg bites tonight. We are going to make them, and we're going to use a couple of different things. I had originally thought we would do our pizza egg bites, but my pizza seasoning did not come in today. So we are going to do some pizza egg bites, but we're going to use our oregano and our SPG. So that's what we're going to use tonight. So I have our pizza egg bites call for 10 eggs, so I'm not going to use all 10 eggs on our pizza egg bites. I'm going to use them for a variety of different egg bites. The best thing about these egg bites, guys, is they go in the freezer and you pop them out in the morning when you're jumping in the shower, or you're getting ready for work, or you're getting ready for school, or you're getting the kids ready for school. Pop them in the microwave wrapped in a paper towel for 30 seconds to a minute, and you have a ready-made pizza, ready-made egg bite, ready to go. That quick, that easy. Hi Aunt Sue, hi Sherry. So yes, and if I missed somebody, sorry. So the only thing I did ahead of time tonight was I sauteed up some spinach, because we're gonna have some spinach in our egg bites, and I did saute up just some leftover stuff in the fridge. So I had a ham steak from the weekend. I just sauteed that up and cut it into chunks. I cut up some cherry tomatoes. I cut up a pepperoni stick, and I have sauteed off there some mushrooms, onions, and peppers. So very quick, very easy, something that was already chopped up in the fridge. I just threw it into the saute pan and we're done. So we're going to start by cracking 5 eggs into our measuring cup. Now, the wonderful thing about these egg bites too is you can customize them. So as I'm going to show you, we're going to make some different ones in our pan, but you can make 6, you can make 3, you can make 5, you can make 12, you can make how many you want. And the number of eggs that you're going to use, obviously, is going to dictate how many egg bites you're going to get out of your muffin tins. And the size of your muffin tin. Some people have our silicone muffin tins, and they're great for these because they're the perfect size. Other people have the metal tin ones, and guys, they come in such a variety of different sizes. The ones that I had originally were Baker's Secret, so it was a good size muffin, but I came to realize very quickly that the Epicure silicone ones were much smaller. So just as an FYI. And as well, you can also buy the really big ones, like the Costco size muffins. And so obviously if you're making them that size, you're gonna need a whole lot more eggs. All right, so our recipe for these pizza ones just calls for eggs. It calls for 2 tablespoons of our pizza seasoning, and then it also calls for half a cup of grated cheddar cheese. And that's it for the pizza ones. Now with my egg bites, I'm gonna divert a little bit here, and I'll tell you why. Much like when I do omelets on the stove top, I add a little bit of water to my eggs. Now the reason for that is when the water evaporates, when the eggs cook and the water evaporates, it makes them nice and light and fluffy. For the longest time, I added milk and couldn't figure out why the water from the milk they become runny. Couldn't figure it out for the life of me. But what happens is the milk solids stay in the eggs and the water then evaporates, much like the rest of it. But with the milk, it separates. So that's just a tip that I found. I could be completely off guard and it could be just my stove, but that's what I'm gonna go with. All right, so we are going to use, for this one, we are going to use our SPG, and I'm just gonna use about a half a teaspoon of our SPG. For those of you that don't know what our SPG is, I'm sure you all do, but our SPG is our salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm just gonna add a little bit in there. I'm also gonna add some of our oregano. Which is not open. All right. So we're gonna get some of that dried oregano in there. About a half a teaspoon. Maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. All right. So those are in there for our seasonings. Now, I do have out here today a bunch of other seasonings as well. And we're going to talk about those in a little bit. Now, what I find with my egg bites, and trust me, everybody that makes egg bites has their different way of doing them. Some do them in their Instapot, some do them in their air fryers, some do them in the microwave. It just really depends on you and how you feel comfortable doing them, what you're going to do. I'm going to cook them tonight in the oven. So we preheated the oven to 400 degrees. We're going to cook them in the oven, and they're going to take about 15 minutes to cook, which is about right. So we're going to start off with our smaller pan here because it only has 6 in our mini muffin. So we're going to do 3 of these just pizza bites is what I like to call them, or what they're called. And I'm just filling them up about 3/4 of the way full. You could fill them all the way up. If you're not putting anything else in there, feel free to fill them up. I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on top. Those ones are pizza bites. Okay. Now, to me, and this is where go wild, guys. Do what you like. I'm going to add some pepperoni to those because they are pizza bites. Just a couple of pieces. Adds to my protein. And we're just going to throw a couple of cherry tomatoes on top of those. Now, some people will tell you that they fill their wells first and then they put their egg on top. It's total personal preference. When I did, what did I do? I did some, I I did some with hash browns at the bottom of them, and the hash browns actually made a crust on the bottom of them. The eggs didn't get underneath them. So sometimes that's what happens. If it's a heavier product like this ham, it may sit on the bottom of your egg bite and not mix in with your eggs, which could be perfectly fine. Just again, depending on your flavoring and what you want. All right, so I put some ham in that one. I'm gonna add some cheese to that. Then we're gonna fill them up with the rest of our eggs, and we're gonna get those in the oven. So again, you could add some spinach here. You could add some peppers and onions and mushrooms. You could add some tomatoes. I could add some feta cheese instead of our cheddar cheese. These are so versatile. You could use anything you like, and you can make them as you see here. You can make them, you can customize them to everyone in the house. So there's our egg bites. And I'm gonna carefully bring them around. So there's our first set. I don't know if you can see them. I can't really tip them. So there's our first set. We're gonna pop those into the oven. Like I said, it's gonna take about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna get that one in the oven before we start our next one. And hopefully that'll be done and ready to come out by the time our next ones are ready. All right. So let's grab so you saw those 5 eggs that I used roughly made 6 egg bites, right? We have probably enough for one more, so we probably got 7 egg bites out of them. So we are going to add the remainder of our eggs here. Eggs are such an awesome breakfast idea, but they're also such an awesome dinner idea, lunch idea. You can customize them for anything. These egg bites are fantastic. You can slice them in half and they fit perfectly onto an English muffin or a biscuit for breakfast. They're so versatile, guys. Everything. If you don't like eggs, well, clearly this is not going to be a recipe for you. But if you do like eggs, it's an awesome dinner idea. It's an awesome meal prep ahead idea. So if you've got kids going off to university, they can make up their egg bites and take them and put them in the freezer. And it's a great late night snack when they're studying. It's a great late night. It's a great after school snack for kids. If you're keeping them in the fridge and they come home from school, they're starving. It's an awesome idea. All right. Now you could use anything. Like I said, any of our seasonings go in this really nicely. We do have here our Better Than Bacon, so we could sprinkle that on top of some of them. We have our CCB, our cheese, chive, and bacon, which is awesome in eggs. So that's what I'm going to put in these ones because it's going to go pretty much really well with almost all of these toppings that we have here. So we are going to, and our guacamole. Our guacamole seasoning is amazing in eggs. So it is a good one for making egg bites because you can just put guacamole in it with a little bit of cherry tomatoes and feta cheese, and you have some amazing, amazing egg bites, let me tell you. All right, so let's get that in there and give it a stir. So we've got 12 cups here. And I'm just going to use up the rest of these ingredients that I have here. So we have, I'm going to do a couple with some spinach and feta cheese. I just sauteed up some spinach that was kind of going a little bit funny on me in the fridge. So the price of food these days, you don't want to waste anything. So I thought, let's use up the spinach. So we're just going to put some spinach. We're going to do about 3 with our spinach. And I'm being careful not to touch the silicone with this fork because I don't want to puncture it in any way, shape, or form. All right, so there's our spinach. And we're going to grab our feta cheese. I'm going to sprinkle some feta in there. And you could use spinach and regular cheese, mozzarella cheese. You could use some brie cheese. Again, this is totally versatile. So we're just going to fill them up with the egg. All right, so let's use some ham and cheese in some of these. Ham done. And you could engage the kids with this, especially if you're making them for the kids for breakfast. If there's things that they like, they can put their likings, their toppings into their eggs. You know, this is, I often find that if kids make their own, they will eat them because they know what's in them. All right, so there's 3 with just eggs and ham. Let's do some of this peppers and mushrooms and onions. And again, I just sauteed them up. They still have a bit of crunch to them. I didn't turn them into mush. If you have kids that don't like vegetables, or if you have a very picky eater, that might be male or female, or could be anyone. You could take these veggies and put them through like a chopper. Chop them up really fine, and then you're getting the veggies in there and they're hidden, they can't see them. I'm not telling anybody in particular to do that. I'm just giving you suggestions. All right, so those eggs made about 9, so that 5 and a little bit of eggs made about 9 egg bites. And I am going to grab 2 more eggs. So that makes, we're going to do 18, yes. So 6 in the oven, and there's 9 here. We're going to do the last 3, and we're going to make, so we're going to have 18 egg bites out of 12 eggs. So it's a dozen eggs that I've used. And these will go, like I said, these will freeze well. They'll go in the freezer. I can pull them out 1 at a time, 2 at a time. 2 egg bites. 2 egg bites with just seasoning and cheese comes out to 170 calories. 12 grams of fat and 4.5 grams of saturated fats. It says about 320 milligrams of cholesterol and 170 milligrams of sodium, but again, that depends on what you put in them. So the ones with the feta cheese probably have some more sodium in them than the ones without. The ones with ham in them probably have a little bit more sodium in them than the ones without, but that you get the logistics of that. All right, so let's do these last three, and I'm gonna use our guacamole seasoning in these because I really like the guacamole in my eggs. So I'm just gonna use a teaspoon of our guacamole seasoning just to season up our eggs. All right, so these ones I'm just gonna add these tomatoes and feta is all I'm adding into these ones. So a couple of cherry tomatoes in each one. And again, if you have some picky eaters, you could definitely chop up those tomatoes very finely and they wouldn't even be able to see them. All right, let's put some feta in there before I put my eggs in. Oops. All right. And then we just top them with our eggs. All right, and there you have our last bit of egg bites. Our last 12 egg bites ready to go into the oven. So we have 4 minutes before our before the ones in the oven are coming out. So let me just do a little bit of a quick cleanup here so that I can grab those out and show them off. Hopefully they are ready to go. Now sometimes, depending on your oven as well, they could take a little bit longer or they could be a little bit shorter. Again, depending on how full those egg cups are. That's not a good idea. There we go. Depending on how full your egg cups are, is going to be how long they're going to cook. This is in a 400-degree oven, so it should be a quite warm oven. And yeah, we have about 3 minutes left and we're going to pull them out. So these ones are ready to go in. What do I have for you guys? Don't forget our mystery host party is going on until Friday the 20th. So we'll shut that down about 8 o'clock on Friday. We already have, I think we have 3 or 4 people already in there. Hi, Cindy. Hello, Mr. Marshall. Yeah, those egg bites are looking really yummy. So, yeah, so we already have about, I think we have 3, maybe 4 people in the mystery host party. So if you're not aware of how that works, if you, for whatever order you place, whatever dollar amount you place, your name goes into the draw. Once we reach the 250 mark, you get we will draw for whoever's going to win the hostess reward. So you'll get the hostess cash to spend, as well as any half-price items or the hostess special, which is this month the cutting board, the 3 prep bowls, or the set of 4 prep bowls, the cutting board, and the nacho cheese, and the queso. So I think it's it's nacho night is what it's called. But I will post the picture of that again. Yeah, I'm excited about the mystery host party. Always excited about mystery host parties because they are fun and somebody new usually wins every time. So let's grab our oven mitt because our oven is going to go off. We will see what these egg bites look like. I don't think they're done yet, guys. They're still a little bit jiggly. So, what am I doing? Okay. All right. So, yeah. So I'm not going to keep you. I will snap some pictures of these when they come out of the oven. They're still a little jiggly in the middle, so they're probably going to take another 4 or 5 minutes. But that's it. So 20 minutes for egg bites, 400 degrees, and you let them cool. I will take some pictures of them popping out of our silicone. We'll see if I should have oiled these or not. I don't usually oil my silicone because everything usually pops out really nice and clean. Now that I say that, you know that my egg bites will stick. Just letting you know. So I'm going to take some pictures of those when I pop them out. I will pop these ones in and then take some pictures of them as well when they come out. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you got something out of this. I love egg bites. They're a quick and easy dinner. They're a quick and easy breakfast. And they're a great prep ahead and have in the fridge or have in the freezer for mornings when you're in a rush. If you're on your way to hockey or if you're on your way to dance or you're on your way to anywhere, these egg bites are quick and easy and on-the-go food, which is healthy and nutritious, and you know what's in them because you made them. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. I will be, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm getting a new door tomorrow, so I'm hoping that it is installed by the time I get home from work. So yes, I'll be on tomorrow, but I won't be on Wednesday. I think that's how it goes. No, I will not be on tomorrow. I'll be on Wednesday, and then Thursday I have a surprise. I am cooking from the Recovery House Kitchen. Hopefully going live with the guys, and we're going to make something special there. So I'm going to have some sous chefs in my kitchen, or in their kitchen. I'm going to be probably the sous chef, and yeah, we'll have some fun, and I'll broadcast. We're going to go live. So watch for us Thursday at 5:36. I'll post the time. I'll post and confirm the time. These guys might like to eat a little bit earlier. But yeah, stay tuned for Thursday. It's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be a laugh, a good laugh. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you on Wednesday. Bye for now.